Hello, I'm Engle with The Call. I'm so privileged to be speaking to the great people, the great church of Brazil. It was 30 years ago I read a book called Shaping History Through Prayer and Fasting by a man named Derek Prince. He talked about that at the end of the ages, before the coming of the Lord, that the church would gather together in collective, united, massive, solemn assemblies like Joel chapter 2, where there is no remedy. The politics of the nations don't have an answer. Blow the trumpet in Zion, call a fast, gather all the people, go across denominational barriers, gender barriers, age barriers. Call all the peoples and let them fast and pray with the promise, afterward I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. That was the burning vision of my heart in those days. The call was birthed and it's gone worldwide. The nations of the earth are uniting in massive solemn assemblies, and I believe it's the welcoming party for the final outpourings of the Spirit and the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ.
And I want to call you to the Call Brasil, because if we are going to see a nation come to God, we want to see not just revival, we don't want to see just like individuals coming to Jesus. We want to actually see a nation discipled in the ways of God. We need to pray until the nations become Jesus' inheritance, that the nations at the governmental level, the economic level, at the universities, at the family level, that really the knowledge of God goes into every sphere of society and changes laws for righteousness, changes, how we treat one another, changes justice in the streets, in the favelas, in the slums. So the Call Brasil is calling Brazilians to come and humble themselves before God, so that God can heal the land, the nation, the very foundation of the Brazilian society.
I believe that Brazil is one of the great leaders of the prayer movement of the end of the age. I've heard about the fires of fasting and prayer that are burning there. Lead the parade of history. We want to challenge you as you call this solemn assemblies, the call in your nation. Gather into this city, to that city, and then hundreds of thousands gather together. I believe that you're going to actually break open the way for the nations of the earth to press into these massive solemn assemblies.
And we are going to keep striking the ground again and again and again and again until we see the fullness of God's desire for the nation of Brazil.
So Brazil, take your fire, that Latin blood, and burn across your nation. Unite together in fasting and prayer.
Fast, pray. Brazilians, with all your passion, come and bring your nation before God.
And see history shaped not just for Brazil, but for the whole world.